Okay, so good day guys, welcome to today's lesson. In today's lesson, we are going to learn how to import. Okay, so what we need to do is, before we import, let's go to the first floor. Now, the reason why we can't go to the ground floor is because the ground floor is the foundation. So we won't tamper with it. The ground floor is where the support is. So we'll just go to the first floor, click on the first floor. So what you just do is come here, select plan, and choose the first floor. Okay, so once we select that, we'll come back to our AutoCAD file. So all we need in our first floor to import is just the grid lines. Okay, so I can turn off all these. So I'll turn off all these layers. Okay, turn this one off. Turn my beams and my slab and my columns and walls. So this is what I have left. I'll just select it. Control C plus Shift. So I'll pick a base point. Okay, so this is the base point I want to pick. Now the reason why I'm telling you to pick a base point is so that you can get an origin in Etabs. So select it and open a new file, open a new AutoCAD file, then paste at the origin. So paste at 0, 0. Okay, so once you paste it, just save. So save it as DXF. So for example, I can save it as 2013 DXF and choose the name as grid. Okay, so once I do that, I have to close it because Etabs will not open it whilst it's open. So I have this and put them back on. Okay, so I have this already. So all I want to do now is I'm going back to my Etabs. Okay, I'll go back to Etabs, then come to file. So you can see file now. I can explain in the previous video that you can open a new model, close this, save as, then import. Now I want to import. So once you click the import, you can see what you have. Now we have import as Excel, Access. But what I want to do is DXL grid. So you can also import architectural plan. For this, I want to do the architectural grid. I'll select this and choose where my DXF is. So this is my DXF grid. Okay. Now, what's the name of the layer? The name of the layer is, once you select it, you can see the layer name. The name of the layer is grid. But make sure your DXF file is closed. If not, it will not open. So choose my grid. This is the name. I'll just select it and click my units. My units is in millimeter. Okay, and select. Okay. Now, once you do this, it's going to ask you to save. So since I've save this file, I can save it on it. So it's going to save now. So you can see we have a grid brought in, and you can see it's at the origin. If it's not at the origin, we'll be having problem with the grid. So let's go back here and let's go back to add and modify grid. So let's change the grid labels. Okay, so modify grid system. So now this is grid on the x-axis and this is grid on the y-axis. This is the y-axis, this is the x-axis. Okay, so let's see the way we label it. This is A, B, C, D. So I'll go back there and choose this as A, B, C, D. Okay, so we have that. Now you can add more if you want. So if, for example, if I want E, maybe a cantilever. Now it's going as ordinate. So 0 plus this is 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 5 again is 13 plus another 5 is 18. So let's say, for example, I have a cantilever there and it is, let's say, 2 meters off. So I can say 13 plus 2. You can see it's 15. We have that already. And I can also do 13 minus 3. You can see 10. So it will give you this already. So this is what we want, but we don't need this, so we delete it. Okay, now the next one we want to do is the vertical grading. Okay, so most times the vertical grading is always starting from here, and from what I'm seeing, it is the same with what we have on AutoCAD. Okay, so going back to AutoCAD, I have 1 to 5, and this is the spacings I have. Now if you want to do it in spacing, for example, you don't want to do it in ordinate, you can come here and select spacing. So you can see from A to B, 5, 3, 5. You remember what we have? 5, 3, 5. Okay, then in the other direction we have 8, 3.5, 2.5, 8. So we have 8, 3.5, 2.5, 8. So we have this section. So you can also add grid if you want. So in this case, you just put the spacing. So from 5 to 6, I want to make it as 3 meters. So you can see it's extra. Okay. So now if you want the bubble to be at the end or at the start, you can change it. So let me delete this and make this 0. So I want my bubble at this to be at the start, or you can do both. Okay, or I prefer start, and start. Okay, so this one too, you can put it as start, but if you put it as start, it comes down here. So let me leave it as end. Okay, so click OK, refresh view, and click OK. So this is what we have. Okay, so in the next video, we are going to be modeling our materials. So thank you for watching today's video. If you have any question, you can always drop it.